Greetings all, I am Vidya, Assistant Professor, CSE Department from Biomedical Engineering College, Karur. The topic which we are going to see is the basic fundamental topic in programming, that is algorithms. When we define algorithm, the algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a given problem. The problems, before solving a problem, it must be well defined and it must be fully understood by the programmer. The user has to completely redefine the problem. The user has to completely redefine the problem statement to the programmer very clearly. The steps in the algorithm must be ordered, unambiguous, and it must be complete. Unambiguous means the steps must be clear. We have to write the algorithm in a clear way. It must have finite number of steps and it must be unambiguous and it must be complete. Next is we are going to see is a program development. Before entering into the program development phase, the programmer has to understand the problem completely. That is the first phase we have seen already. And next is we can represent our solution in two ways. That may be either pseudocode or flowchart. Then next is we have to implement the algorithm. And fourth one is testing and debugging the algorithm. Testing the algorithm, and then we have to find if there is any error present in it. If there is any error, we have to debug it and we have to again recode and rerun the program. Next is understanding the problem. In understanding phase, we have to concentrate on three topics, that is input, process and output. Input is what is the information we are giving in the program. Next is process, what the computer have to do with the given input. That is the second phase, that is process. And next is we define that is an algorithm. And next is what are our deliverables, what we are getting as a result of algorithm. This is the example algorithm. Here this is the algorithm for finding the student's grade and indicating whether the student got pass mark or fail mark. We can calculate the final grade of the student using the average of the 4 marks. So we are giving the input as 4 marks, that is the step 1. M1, M2, M3, M4 are the 4 marks that we are providing as input to the program. In step 2 we are calculating the grade, which is adding the 4 marks and dividing by 4, that is the step 2. And in step 3 we are checking whether if the grade is less than 50 or greater than 50. If it is less than 50, we have to print the result as fail, and if it is greater than 50, we have to print the result as pass. This is the sample algorithm for finding the grade. Next we are going to see is the basic building blocks of algorithms. What are all the things which constitutes the algorithm? That is we are going to see next. They are statements, state and control flow. When we define statements, each and every instruction or each and every action is called as a statement. The statements might include, in algorithms we may define the statements as, it may be the input data, that is the input which we are giving to the program, and next is processing the data, the operation which we are performing using the given input data, and finally third one is the output data. As a result of the process we will be getting the output. Next is the state. This is the process of transition from one process to another process when a particular condition is met. That is called as state. The state represented in an algorithm is a set of variables. For example, in a program we are giving the variable, we are giving values to variables. Those variables value may change in the same program. If we are giving the value for I as 1, we can increment the I value throughout the program till the condition is met. That is the state. The state may vary according to the condition. Next is a control flow. This is the order of execution of statements, in which order the program statements are executed. Whether it may be the control flow may be executed in 3 ways. They are the sequence, selection and iteration. The first thing we are going to see is sequence. In sequence, the algorithm or program instructions are executed in a linear way, or it is executed line by line. This is the sample algorithm for adding 2 numbers. Here, sequence control flow is executed. So in the first step, we are starting the program. and in second step we are getting the two inputs, that is for adding. We are naming it as A and B, and in third step we are calculating A and B, A plus B, and we are storing the result in C, and in fourth step we are displaying the result, that is C, and finally stop statement is given. This is the example for sequence control flow. No, the statement, instructions are executed line by line. No jump of instructions or no jump of control flow is done. So this is the example. First instruction is executed, and then next instruction is executed, and then next instruction. Likewise, it is going on step by step. Next is the selection control flow. In selection control flow, the program control. In selection control flow, the program control can be transferred to a specific part of the program based on the given condition. If the condition is true, one part of the program is executed, or if the condition is false, the true part will be skipped and false part will be executed. Likewise, if the condition is false, the false part will be executed, the true part will be skipped. That is the selection control flow. In selection, if the condition is met, part of the program is executed, else the other part of the program will be executed. Some set of statements are skipped in selection control flow. So this is the flow chart for selection control flow. The input is given, that is the entry. Then we are giving the condition to take some decisions. If the condition is true, action 2 is executed. If the condition is false, action 1 is executed, and finally it comes out of the loop. So this is the example for selection control flow. Here we are checking whether the person is eligible to vote or not. For that, first we are getting the input as the age of the person, and we are checking if the person's age is greater than or equal to 18. If it is greater than or equal to 18, the statement is printed as the person is eligible to vote. Else the statement printed will be not eligible to vote. That is, if it is true, this statement will be skipped. If this is true, this statement will be skipped, and if it is false, this will be skipped and this statement will be executed. So next is iteration control flow. Iteration means same set of statements are repeatedly executed again and again. That is iteration. We call them as looping statements also. So that is given in some programs. Certain set of statements are executed again and again based on the given conditional test. More than one time, the statements are executed more than once. We may call it as a looping or iteration statements. So this is the example for iteration statements. Here we are printing the I value till some numbers. We are giving the numbers value as n. If we are giving n value as 10, we have to print the numbers from 1 to 10. If we are giving the n value as 50, the numbers printed will be 1 to 50. So that is, we are getting the first step is we are getting the n value, that is the maximum limit up to which the numbers have to be printed, that is stored in n value. Then next is we are initializing I. This is for printing the value and incrementing up to the n value. So we are using another variable I and initializing that as 1. And next step we are checking the condition if I is less than or equal to n. If it is I is less than or equal to n, we have to go to step 5. Step 5 is printing the I value. Initially I value will be 1, and first we are printing the I value, that is 1, and incrementing I value by 1. That is, I value will be incremented 2. After that, next step is go to step 4. Again we are checking the condition. Since I value is 2, we are checking again the condition. 2 is less than or equal to 10 or something, any numbers we are giving. The condition is true. The condition is true means the value is printed and I value will be incremented till the particular condition is met. That is, till we reach the n value. Okay, so that is the fifth step. And finally, after printing all the numbers from 1 to n, the n may be the numbers which we are giving. After printing all the values, we are stopping the program. So this is the iteration condition. First we are initializing the variable, that is in the previous program we have initialized I value, and next we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, the statement will be executed, and then the value is incremented, that is initialized value. I is incremented or decremented based on the condition. In the previous program we are incrementing the I value, and again we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, statements will be executed. Again the loop executes or repeatedly executes. That's why it's called as iteration till the condition is true. If the condition is false, the loop control will be come out of the loop. So that's all about the basic. These are all the basic things that we have seen about algorithms. Thank you.